The most important thing that you can be doing in your business is marketing. If you're asking yourself, what should I be doing right now? The question is are you marketing? If you are not marketing, if that's not automated and systematized and you're doing it yourself, that ain't gonna work, just so y'all know. But if you're not, having consistent marketing, you end up getting deals. I'm sorry. The way the world is turning, the way the market's turning, which is this way, right? It's all about marketing now, and it's all about creative deal structuring. So you want to be learning how to do creative deal structures. You want to learn it. You want to be learning about passive income, and you want to be learning. You want to be getting your marketing automated and systematized. All my students that are doing well, all their marketing is automated and systematized. They don't think about having to worry about calls coming in. They just come in. Okay. And so if you're asking yourself right now, what should I be focusing on? That is what you should be focusing on. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get into your department. Oh, Lois says, I'm Lois from the Atlanta area. My second webinar with you. I'm still navigating the community and visiting other webinars so far. I'm very impressed with what I've seen and heard. Still super excited. Yes. Good. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, it's only going to get better. I promise. We got so much good stuff coming up. I can't wait. But y'all, it's hard to implement everything at once, right? Basically, what happened is like the first week of January, we weren't even ready. And I was just like, I told my team, I was like, just put it out in the world, right? Just put it out there. I don't even care if it's done, if it's not ready. Because my coach, he basically tells me, he says, you don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going. Right. That's what he tells me. And so when we launched REI USA, it was just like, bare minimum. And as we move on week by week, you'll see more and more and more stuff being implemented. We got some good stuff coming out. So just be prepared. Okay. So let's get into my 6-step system. All right. Has anybody heard about this before? Put it in the chat if you've heard. But I know if you're one of my students, you definitely know this. Okay. This is your real estate investing company. Doesn't matter what you're doing. This is your real estate investing company. All right. And guess what? If you're a newbie and you're just starting out, right, you have to put you in this box right here. Right. And, you can't ever, your goal is to get you out of that box, right? So my real estate investing company, I don't do anything with it except for just give a thumbs up right now. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm working on coaching and building REI USA. And our real estate investing business, we have people that manage that. Okay. And let's see you. Okay. So that's the head of the company, right? And these are all of your departments. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in order of your step-by-step process of what you should be focusing on to get started in real estate investing. Are you excited? Excited? All right. So the first one right here is your office admin. Office admin. Okay. In your office admin department, this is where we just talked about. You want to be thinking about the structure, right? Like your LLC or your S Corp. You want to be getting your phone set up. You want to be completely electronic and virtual. Now, as we go through all this, and I'll put this down. As we go through all these departments, okay, and you're like, ooh, I haven't done that, or whatever. My 7 Critical Steps online course is in the members portal under online courses. And that is like 7 modules of us, going deeper and deeper and deeper into these departments, right? So highly recommend that you haven't watched that you should be watching the 7 Critical Steps online course. Okay, it's a free course for y'all. I used to sell it and I'm just giving it to y'all for free. Okay. Okay, so this is like office admin is basically your basic structure, like the basic foundations of your business and what you should be doing to set those up. Okay, so and when I say your phone system, I mean you gotta answer a phone. So either it's like Google Voice or Grasshopper or whatever you're using. When I say electronic and virtual, you need to be able to. Hang on, just one second. You need to be able to handle 80% of all you do through your phone. Because the truth of the matter is that if you are a real estate investor, you are not sitting at your desk all day long. You're out looking at properties. The more properties that you look at, the more offers you can put in, right? So if you're sitting at your desk getting your stuff done, you're not being productive. Okay, so what I mean by being electronic and virtual is that you can handle everything through your phone, which means you're cloud-based. The question is, are you cloud-based? Right? So that means running everything through Google Drive or some sort of like a system in the cloud that can manage all your documents, and maybe even like driving for dollars or deal machine app or whatever you're doing, or anything, any kind of apps or anything that you can. Y'all can run your phone. Y'all can run your business from your phone nowadays, right? And you need to be out looking at properties, sitting and working at your office all the time just ain't gonna work. Okay. All right. So the next department is your marketing department. And that's the steps, right? So essentially your first step is like, okay, I gotta start thinking about setting up my office. Right? I need a phone. Essentially, you need a phone. And this is for me, these are the three most important things that you should be focusing on in this department. Now, your office is like, there's a lot of different things that you can be doing with your office. But for me, it's the three most important things are these three things. And we'll do the three most important things for every single one of these, okay? Marketing. When I say marketing, you need to have three strategies of how you're finding properties. What are the three strategies that you're looking for properties? If you have any suggestions of marketing strategies, put them into the chat so I know what you're working on. What are you doing right now for marketing to look for properties? Now we'll get into this. If not, next time we meet we'll get into some marketing strategies, and I'll go through like online versus direct mail. Right. So I categorize my marketing into three different types of marketing. Okay. We're not going to get deep into what you should be focusing on this time because we're going to just go through all these, but there's three different kinds. Okay. There's free, there's direct mail, and there's online marketing. And you should be doing one of each of those. Okay, one of each of those. Free could be like Craigslist, whatever, putting out bandit signs, handwritten bandit signs, whatever, going on Zillow and looking on Zillow, realtor.com or whatever it is, like free stuff. Right now, you don't want to be doing all three free things because when you do free, like nothing comes of it. All right. Okay, so that free is very hard to find deals. Okay, free is very hard to find deals. Okay. You want to mix it up a little bit. You want to diversify. See, my parents were both, my mother was a stockbroker and my father was an estate planner. Yeah, that's how I grew up. And my whole life, I always heard diversify, right? You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? So here is definitely where you want to be diversifying. So I would do one of each. I would do a free, a direct mail, and an online marketing, Now, online marketing could be free. If you are not taking advantage of online marketing, if you're not taking advantage of social media and finding properties, selling your properties, anything like this, finding private lenders, whatever you want to be doing, then you are missing out on a whole world of finding deals. Okay, or selling your deals or whatever it is, right? So you can get into like free groups and post out that you're looking for properties to buy. I've sold properties on the social media. I've bought properties on social media. Found private lenders on social media. I mean, if you're not taking advantage of Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, you're missing out. All right. So online marketing, you could also pay. You could pay for marketing. I mean, my students, like I tell them minimum $1,000 a month on marketing, minimum. If you want to be a student with me, you've got to spend more than $1,000 a month because it just doesn't work, right? So I'm one of these people that I don't promote like free stuff. I say like, let's just scale your business up and let's get this thing going, right? So we do a minimum of $1,000 a month, but my students that are spending over $1,000 a month, they're doing, I mean, I have one student right now closing on 3 deals. And, so they're doing a lot of deals. So, you got to pay to play. I get if people don't have money, I totally get that because you're starting out and stuff like that. But your goal is to be spending $1,000 a month on marketing. Okay. And that could be through Carrot. Like if you go into the partners page and you're like, oh yeah, I do want to do online marketing. I love online marketing because essentially what happens is that you set it up, set it and forget it. And then the leads are for you, only for you. Right? Nobody else gets those leads. Okay. Whereas like direct mail marketing is like you just mailing out hundreds of thousands of letters and just hoping people call. Okay. But the online marketing is set up just for you. You put your parameters in and they come in. All right. So, and if you have a full-time job and you don't have time to be doing online marketing, to doing marketing at all, then you should be doing online marketing. Okay, because what happens is it takes a little while to set it up. It's a little bit of work, but essentially you do nothing except for get a lead in and give them a call, nothing else. And whereas in direct mail marketing, you're going to have to like answer that phone whenever it rings. If you don't answer that phone, then you snooze, you lose, right? Whereas online marketing, like they're filling out your order form, your stuff, and then you call them within the next like 24 to 48 hours. No rush. Okay. So direct mail marketing is either motivated or unmotivated sellers. All right. And depending on how your personality is, do you want to do motivated or unmotivated? Unmotivated means like, I don't want to be rushed into closing a deal. Right. I don't know a lot of different creative deal structures. So I don't want to be rushed into trying to come up with something for them. Right. Motivated sellers are like bankruptcy and like, coming up foreclosures and things like that. You'll be doing a lot of subject twos and you'll be paying off a lot of, mortgages that are underwater or whatever. Those are more creative deal structures. Whereas like unmotivated is like, you can come up with like, whatever, all owner financing and you can like pay off, you can partner or whatever you can do. Right. So you have free. This is the 3 strategies: free, direct mail marketing based on unmotivated and motivated sellers. And then you have online marketing, right? Which is like you set it and forget it and the leads come to you. Okay. Let's see what else. What do you guys, of all the stuff that I just said, are y'all interested in any one of those? And are you doing any one of those? Put it into the chat so I can get a feel for what y'all are working on. And this is the most important. Remember, this is the most important thing that you can be doing right now is marketing. If you want to get a deal done, you should be marketing. Don't worry about whether or not you have the money or whether or not you can do the deal or whether or not you know how to do like, close it or whatever. Don't worry about any of that because that's the easy part. The hard part is finding the deals. That's the hard part. And if you can't figure it out, we just wholesale it, post it out in the group so somebody can buy it here. Okay. This one here is the next step. So now we've set up our company. We're starting to get our marketing going, right? And now the next step is now people are starting to call, right? Because now you got your marketing. So now you got to answer the phones and start talking to them. And that is acquisitions. Acquisitions. Okay, that's acquisitions. All right. When we talk about acquiring properties, we talk about what I call my ARV formula process. All right. The ARV formula process, which is the ARV times 70% minus repairs minus wholesale fee equals Mayo. All right, write that down. You need to learn this formula. If you've never heard this, this is the formula. Write this down, put it on a Post-it note, and put it next to your desk. So you start your desk so that you can start thinking about this formula on a regular basis. Okay. The ARV is the retail value, the after repair value. After you fix it up, what is it going to sell for? You find this through comps, right? The after repair value is based on comps. Okay. The 70% is called an LTV. That's the loan to value. This is how much your lender is going to give you based on the repair cost. And it really depends on your lender, what it is. Sometimes your lender would say 65%. Some will go all the way up to 80%, right? So you have to ask your lender what this is so that you can run your numbers based on what they're going to give you, right? But most of the time it's around 70%. So we use 70%. So it's called loan to value is what that's called. And that's basically how much money will the lender give me based on the ARV, okay? Loan to value. And then you want to subtract from that number the repairs. So you do the ARV times 70% is what? All right. And then you minus repairs. Okay. How do you figure out what your repairs are? Repair estimate. You have the repair estimate. Is there a repair estimate in the directory for REI USA? Yes. You have a repair estimate. You have like a cheat sheet, right? So you can come up with costs and stuff like this. Now, you know, as you get into it, you really start fine tuning all that. But to start, it's a good starting point. You know what I'm saying? You need to use the repair estimate. Okay. All right. So now you have the ARV, which is the after repair value, times your 70%, which is the loan to value, minus your repair estimate. And then once you figure that out, then you if you're going to wholesale it, you subtract your wholesale fee from that. Okay, so let's practice. Get your calculator out, right? And let's practice doing this. Where's my calculator? Okay, let's say you guys tell me the answer. I'm not telling you all the answer. You have to tell me the answer. Okay. Ooh. All right, so the price, the ARV of the house is $225. Okay, and then you multiply by 70% minus 0.7, and then so now you have that number. And now what's your repair estimate? Let's just say our repair estimate is 50 grand. Okay. You subtract that number from 50 grand. Oh, I forgot to put 0.7. Is that minus 50? Okay, what is that number? What is that number? And put it into the chat if you've calculated it up. And then let's say you want to wholesale this deal. All right. So this number right here, when you come up with this number right here, then it's called the Mayo. You want to have, this would be like if you were a rehabber. Right. And then if you were a wholesaler, yes, 107,500. Good. Now let's just say that's the price. If you are a rehabber, this is what you could pay for the property. But now let's just say you're a wholesaler and you want to make 10 grand. So you just take 10 grand and subtract it. And then you would have 97,500, right? So as a wholesaler, you would have to pay 97,500 for that property. And as a rehabber, you could pay 107,500. Okay. And that's like a kind of a quick formula, right? Then you're going to get into like deal analysis and really like look at the numbers as a whole. You really want to be at around like 15% ROI, you know, when you're running the numbers. But for now, at least you know the ARV formula and you can practice that. The Mayo stands for maximum allowable offer. Maximum allowable offer. So as a wholesaler, I can offer this, and as like a rehabber, I can offer this.